Hi, my name is Thiago Scarton. I am one of the Massimo developers. I have worked on the latest release of Massimo Spatial 7.6, and on this video I'm going to show you how to use the tools inside the map, the tools that we have created for Massimo Spatial 7.6. I have prepared some slides for this video, so I swap between the slides and also the live demo. This is the agenda for this video. The first topic is how to enable the tools for an application, for an asset, for service request, work order, and so on. The next topic is how each tool works. So I will describe some details about these tools and how to work with them. And the latest topic is how to save the tools state. So now it's possible to set up some tools. You can enable, disable layers, you can create your own configuration, and when you lift the map tab, all this configuration will be saved in the database. And when you come back to the map tab, all the configuration you have saved will be available for you. Okay, so let's jump to the first topic, how to enable the tools. Okay, this is the basic steps to enable the tools inside the application designer. So first you need to open the application design. Step number 2 is select the application you want to enable the tools. Step number 3, you click on the map tab, right click on the map label, then open the properties, and then inside the properties dialog you can select the tools using a table we have included in Spatial 7.6. Okay, now I will jump to the live presentation to show you how to do that. Okay, this is my Massimo up and running with Spatial enabled, and I will configure some tools for service request application. So I just open the service request, click on the map tab, right click here on the map label, and then select properties. Okay, this is the map properties dialog. Here we have a table with all the tools available for Spatial 7.6. The first column here is the name of the tool. The second column is the provider. So TPA, it means that this tool comes from scratch, so you don't need to have Spatial to use this tool. And the provider Massimo Spatial comes with the Massimo Spatial installation. Okay, now I will enable all the tools for Massimo Spatial. Print export, query by attributes, results tool, selection, sketch, spatial layer tools. Okay, so I have enabled all of them for the spatial provider. One thing that I'd like to show you here is that now it's possible to enable or disable the tool based on the user groups, the user security groups. So for example, base map tool, I can expand here using this gray arrow. The default group for all the tools is everyone. So here I have everyone. But now I will delete this default group and I will add a new one. Let's say that this tool is just available for Max admin groups. Okay. So base map tool will only be available for the users who has this group. in our security groups. Okay. Mike Wilson, which is the user that I'm using here, it's an admin user. So I will close this dialog, save the application, and now I will open the application, the service request application. Open and register, click on the map tab, so here I have the map, and this first tool here is base map. So base map is available. Now I will change the user. I will log out and log in using Daniels. Daniels is not an admin user. Let me open this service request application again. Open the map tab. Okay, now my map is loaded, and here we have all the tools except base maps. So we don't have the icon for base map anymore. Okay, so this is the topic about how to enable or disable tools inside an application. You can enable, disable the tools, and also include some groups for those tools. Okay, so now let's jump to our next topic. Our next topic is about how the tools work. So now I will cover each one of them, showing some details about each tool. So the first tool that I want to start is base map tool. With this tool, what you can actually do is change the default base map for the map. So you can include some default base map in the map manager, and using this tool you can change it. That is a button, a reset button. When you click on this button, what you do is remove the base map you have just selected and return to the original base map. So let me show you on the map how base map tool works. Okay, so here I have my map, and when I click on this first icon here, base map, the base map dialog appears, and I can click on each base map that I want, and the default base map will be changed. So for example, oceans. I just click here, and the base map is changed. Okay, so I have many kinds of base map that I can change. National Geographic, okay. And the button, the reset button, you click on this button and the original base map returns. Okay, okay, this is the default base, the base map tool. Okay, our next tool is print export tool. With this tool, what you can do is export the map and its layers to a file. And inside the print export dialog, you can select some features. You can select some attributes, such as the file format, PDF, or another format that we have there. The layout, you can configure the size, width and height, the print quality. You can include a legend, and also you can preserve the map scale or the map extent. Okay. Let me show you inside the map how it works. Let me zoom in a little bit here. Okay, so I have some features here. Let me open the print and export tool. Okay, I will keep all the default values and just click on the print. Okay, this tool needs to have an URL for the print export tool, and this URL you can configure inside the map manager. Okay, so here I have the print tool, the print to result with all the features inside. Okay, this URL for print export tool you can configure inside the map manager. So let me show you the map manager. Here on the services tab, there is a section here for print and export tool. So here you need to include the URL for your print and export service. Okay, let me come back to the map. And this is all for print and export tool. The next tool is geocoder tool. With this tool you can locate an area, a region based on address, city, neighborhood, postal code, country code, and so on. Okay, and you can also change, you can swap between several geocode services that you have, and also you can search for one or many attributes. So let me jump to the live demo again. Okay, geocoder is this one here, geocoder service. Okay, here we can have one or many geocode services. And the map manager is the place that you can include the URL for each one of them. So in this case I have just one. Okay, here I can type, so for example say New York, search. Okay, here I have all the results based on this criteria. So when I click on the city, on the marker is moved to that region. So I can change here, Austin. Okay. I can change the geocode service, but I have just one, so I will not click on this button. Okay, so this is basically how geocode service works. Okay, so let's jump to our next tool. The next tool is the sketch tool. With this tool you can create some sketches on top of the map. So you can draw text, point, polygons, filled polygons. You can save sketches for load it later. You can also load the layer, load the saved sketches. You can erase some sketches, and also you can delete saved sketches. Let me jump to the live demo. Okay, so here is sketch 2. Okay, so I can draw text, demo. Just click here, and you can add some texts. Okay, I can draw points. Let me change the color. We can save. When you save, you have available here the new sketch. So I can click here and add the sketch, and also I can remove. Okay. Let me draw another polyline here. Okay, I save it. So here I have two sketches. Okay, so here you can add some geometric features inside the map. Okay, I can delete. Okay, so this is a sketch tool. The next tool is layer tools. With this tool you can show or hide layers and also make it selectable or not. Make it selectable or not, it means that this layer will be considered for other tools. So for example, on identify tool, when I click on some region, on some point, the identify tool will search for tools, for features on that point. And if you make the layer not selectable, it means that the identify tool will ignore that layer. Okay, so when I cover identify tool, I will show you how it works. So for layer tools, what you have in the dialog, you can show or hide the layers by clicking on the checkbox. You can make the layer selectable or not selectable by clicking on the layer's name. So there is a background color, blue background color. So when the color is there, it means that this layer is selectable. And also you can show the legends according to the current map scale. There is a checkbox below near the reset button. When checkbox is checked, it means that the layer tools will consider the map scale to show or not show the legend for that layer. So if you can see the layer on the map, so the legend will be visible as well. But also you can uncheck the current map scale. In this case, the legend will be displayed even if you cannot see the layer on the map. And also you can click on the reset buttons to come back to the original configuration. Okay? Let me show you how it works. Okay, so here I have layer tools. I can expand to see all the layers. This green feature here, this green area here, is the sensor layers. So I can remove it by clicking here. So now I can see the water layer on the background. Okay, so I can come back, the sensor layer. I can also remove just part of the sensor layer. So I have removed the census block point. If you want to remove the census block group, you need to uncheck the parent as well. So if I check here, both layers is visible. Okay. So let me talk now about the legend. So for example, water hydrant, this layer here. So I cannot see the legend because I cannot see this layer on the map. I need to zoom in a lot to see the hydrant. So let me start zooming. Okay, now I can see the layer on the map, and also I can see the legend for a water hydrant. Okay, this happens because the current map scale is checked. So if I zoom out, okay, now I cannot see the water hydrant anymore. But if I uncheck the current map scale, so I can see all the legends, even if the layer is not visible on the map. And this is how current map scale works. Okay, I can reset and return all the layers and all the configuration. Okay, so as I said before, the blue background color is for select or not select this layer. So for example, all the layers here is selectable. I can click on the layer and make it unselectable. So the layer is visible on the map, but the other tools will not consider this layer when he needs to get some informations from the layer. Okay, so this is layer tools. The next tool is identify tool. With this tool, you can click on the map and get all the informations from the features that exist on that point. So when you click on the map, a new window appears, and on this window you can navigate through all the features that you have found using the arrows. Also, you can adjust the tolerance of the click. Tolerance is the distance in pixels that the tool will consider the click. So this is good because the user does not need to click exactly on top of the feature. Uh, Also, you can link the feature to a Massimo record. In order to do that, the link options for identify tool needs to be enabled inside the application designer. So if you don't know how to do that, the first topic of this video is describing the steps to perform this action. Also, you can add the features to results widget. Uh, And now the identify window has two new capabilities. You can move the dialog and you can also resize the dialog. Okay, so let me show you in the code how to do that in the live demo. Okay, let me open here identify tool. Okay, so I can click here on the map, and here I have found two features: census landmark and the census blue group. Okay. I can move the dialog as I said, so I can click on the header and drag and drop. Also, you can resize the info window. So for example, census block group, I have many attributes here. I can resize and see everything on the screen. I don't need to scroll the dialog. Okay, okay, and I can zoom too. I can add to results widget. Okay, so I can add to the results widget. Okay, now let me talk about the tolerance. So if I click here, just need the edge. I have found just one census block group. But if I increase the tolerance and click on the edge, identify tool, you found two uh, census block groups, two features. The first one is the one that I click, and the second one is the another census block group near this point. So I don't need to click exactly on top of the feature to identify it. Okay, so if I click here just near this edge, now I have three. One, two, and three. Okay. Okay, this is the tolerance. Also, we can combine identify tool with layer tools. So in this case here, only census layer is selectable because the blue background is only available on census census layer. Now if I enable water, so now water is also selectable, and click here to identify the objects. Let me increase more. Okay, so here I have found now 4 features. Water hydrant, because water is selectable. Okay. So let's say that I want to click here and get all informations from the census landmark point. I don't want to select any more census block group, but I also don't want to remove the layer from the map. So I would like to see the layer, but I don't want to consider it for identify tool. So in this case, I can expand here in layer tools and make census block group not selectable anymore. So now when I click here, just one feature was found. If I click again, census block group, now census block group is selectable again. Okay, this is how selectable layers works. Let me close layer tools. Okay, okay, now we have here the link option. When I click on this link, the identify tool will link the current census landmark point to the current asset application. So I just need to click here. Here it goes. So now this this point here, this green point, is linked to the current asset. In this case, I have changed the description of the asset with the name of that feature. This is how I have configured inside my map manager. Okay, so if I open the map manager application, expand census layer. Okay, so here I'm saying that census landmark point you've been linked to the asset application. And how is the relationship to create this link? Here, full name from the feature side will be inserted in the description for the asset application. Okay, so you can only create a link between features and Massimo records if you have a configured census landmark. Here I have two configurations, one for census and the other one for water. Okay, so for water, I'm saying that object ID from the ArcGIS server, from the feature side, you'll be inserted inside the serial none on the Massimo side. Okay, so let me come back to the assets. Open the map again. Okay, so now the feature is linked. Okay, I can also overwrite this link. I can click on other feature here and change the link. Okay, so a confirmation dialog appears. A link already exists for this record. I click confirm to overwrite. So now, if I click here on confirm, so now the link is created for this feature. Okay, so this is identify tool. The next tool is selection tool. With this tool, what you can do is selecting an area. You can actually draw in a region or an area, and you highlighted all the features inside this region you have just created. When the features is highlighted, identify tool is enabled, so you can click inside this region and get all the informations from the features. Also, you can choose the spatial relationship for this tool. So far we have these two options, contains and crosses. I will explain on the demo when it's better to use one and when it's better to use the other type. Also, you can clean the results and add the selection results to widget. Okay, let me show you how it works. Okay, so spatial selection tool is this one here. Okay, when you open, you can start drawing. So let me draw here. Double click to finish. Okay, here it goes. In this case, I have found 4 features, right? 3 points here and the line. A spatial relationship contains, it means that all the features that are totally inside the line I have just drawn will be highlighted. So in this case, it's easy because I can draw a region surrounding all the features. But imagine that the user has, for example, a long road or long pipes, and the user, and sometimes it's hard to draw a region surrounding the entire feature. In this case, the user, you can select crosses. Crosses, it means that all the features that is crossing the region you have created, you'll be highlighted. So let me, for example, this line here, I will draw a region crossing it. Okay, here it goes. So this is the difference between contains and crosses. In this case, crosses, so this feature will be highlighted. And now identify tool is enabled. Let me click. Let me change to contains to show you identify tool. Contains. So here, identify tool. Okay. If I click on other features outside the region, identify tool does not work. When I'm using selection tool, identify tool will work only inside the region you have created. Okay. Okay, this is for to clear. This is to draw another region. The first icon here. So I can click and draw another one. Okay, and then I can add all the results to results widget. I just need to click on this button here, add to results. So here we have all the features inserted in results widget. Also, let me clean results widget. Selection tool, you also respect which layers are selectable or not. So if I click here on the layer tools on the water layer, it means that I have no layers selectable. So if I try to draw another region, so I have nothing selected. Okay, so selection tool will respect the selectable layers. If I draw again, I have selected those features. Okay, this is all for selection tool. The next tool is the results tool or results widget. With this tool, what you can do is add all the features from the other tools to results widget, and you can keep it inside the results widget for take a look after. So, for example, I can work with multiple tools, identify, selection, also query by attributes that I'm going to talk later, and you can add features inside the results widget. Okay. So with these widgets, you can also there are some options here in the dialog. So we can clean the results. It is the first button. You can also click in a row to zoom in that particular feature. You can update the list tab, is the second button. When you push this button, all the features that are linked you'll be updated in the list tab for the asset. So if in the list tab, if I have, for example, 100 assets, and I have just one asset linked inside my results widget, when I push the button update list tab, I will apply a kind of filter in the list. So just the assets that are linked to filters, you'll be visible in the list tab. Okay. So update the application list. When I click on this button, all the features, all the assets in the list tab that is linked to a feature, you'll be inserted in the result widget. And also I can merge. I can get result from the list tab and insert in the results widget. Okay. So let me show you how it works. Okay, here in my map I have two features linked. The first one is this one with a marker on top of it, but also this other feature here, it's already linked to another asset. Okay, so let me click on identify tool, click here, add to results. Okay, so when I click here on the first update application list, so I apply unfilter here, filter here on the list tab. So now I have just the asset, the asset that were inserted in the result widget. Also, I can sorry, let me apply a filter here. Bedford. I can select many assets I want to here. So 23972. I know that both assets are linked to some features on the map. Let me open the first one. Open the map. Let me clean here. Okay, now I open the result widget. Clean this history here. Okay, so I have two assets in the list tab, and both assets are linked. So when I click here on update map list, so I can see that both assets are linked to these features here. Okay, so let me come back to the list tab, clean the filter. Now I can select one of them, add to results, and click on merge. Okay, this is I have many assets linked, and all of them were inserted here. If I zoom out, I can see here. I can see where are the features that are linked. Okay, this is results widget. I can add features here using identify, as I did here. I can use also selection tool, also query by attributes that I'm going to show later. Query by attributes tool. This tool is used for querying features on the map based on their attributes, based on all the attributes provided by the layer. In the query by attributes dialog, you can add more where clause to the query that you are building. You can select which layer will be queried, all layers, visible or selectable layers. You can determine a small area for the query. So you don't want to search for in the entire map. You want to search for a small area. So you can click in a neighbor, click in a state, for example, to search just inside that region, or you can draw a new area. You can also clean the query results, and when you find some features, all the features are automatically added to the results widget. So now let me show you in the map how it works. So here I have opened the query by attributes. Here the first attribute is the field. So you can expand here and select the attribute, or you can start typing, and there is a filter based on what you are typing. So manufacturer equals American Darling. I can click here, found. Here it goes. I have found all these features. Let me click here. I can also add more clause, or in this case, okay. So I can mouse over here and see the query I have created. So I'm searching for manufactured American Darling or manufactured and, and MNH valve and search. Okay. So all the results are added here in the results widget. Okay, I can also draw a region for the query and then create a new query. Manufacturer equals the same query that I have created, or manufacturer equals, okay, so now just 4. So I have ignored the other features outside this region. Okay. Okay. You can create your own area or just click in an area. Let me click here. Okay, I click here and I determine that now I'm going to search just inside this green area here. And I'd like manufacturer. So I have found just inside the region that I have just clicked. You can see here that when I click it, I'm marking all the area. So I can click or draw, okay? And let me erase it here. Okay, now I'm going to talk about the kind of layers that you can search for. I have selectable layers, visible layers, and all layers. Let me open layer tools to show you. Okay, so water layer is selectable. So if I click here and make water not selectable, I cannot search for manufacturer anymore, because manufacturer is an attribute provided by the water layer. So if I click here on visible layers, now I can search for manufacturer. So I'm searching for the visible layer, so I don't care if the layer is selectable or not. Also, I can remove water layer from the map. Okay, it's not selectable. So if I move to selectable, manufacturer is not there. Visible layer, manufacturer is not there. But if I click on all layers, so it doesn't matter if the layer is visible or not, or if it's selectable or not. So manufacturer. So I have found. Okay, so here we can work with selectable, visible, all layers. Selectable is visible. You can configure it using the layer tools. Okay, that's all for the query by attributes. The next tool is editing tool. With this tool, you can create or edit now or update features on the map. You can update their attributes. When you create a new feature on the map, this feature is automatically linked to the current Massimo record. If that is already a feature linked, you get a confirmation dialog, and you can replace the current link that already exists. You can replace and delete the previously feature, or you can cancel. Okay? Let me show you. Okay, editing tool. Okay, here I have two layers inside the editing tool. All these layers is configured inside the map manager. When you configure a new map service layer and you create a relationship between uh, ArcGIS and Massimo, this layer will be available here. Okay, so you need to configure the map service layer and also make sure that the current user has access to that layer. You can verify it inside the security groups. Check if the user groups has access to this layer. Okay, let me create a new water hydrants. Here I have a template predefined for hydrants. I will create this one, Kennedy valve. I just click here and click on the map on the place that I want to include a new hydrant. Okay, so we have here the dialog for this new hydrant. We can fill up the form, install date, okay, and so on. So when I close this dialog, this new feature will be automatically linked to the Massimo record. So when I close it here, okay, here it goes. Now this feature is linked to the current asset. Okay, if I try to create another one, and close the dialog again, I get a message saying that a link already exists for this object, this Massimo record. I can replace and delete, or I can close. If I cancel, uh, the new feature that I have just created will be deleted. Okay, so it's gone. Let me create another one here. Okay, now I will just replace. Replace will remove the link from this feature here and create a new link for the new feature that I have just created. Here it goes. Okay. And replace and delete. Replace and delete will remove the link from this feature and move to the new feature, and also you delete the previous feature. So replace and delete. Okay, so I have deleted uh, the old hydrant in this case. Okay, I can also click on the feature to edit its attributes. So facility identifier, no, ID 01, lock location sample. Okay, so this is editing tool. Let me close here. I can open now identify tool and check this new hydrant. Here, facility ID, lock sample, all the information that I have created there. Okay, this is editing tool. Okay, so we have covered uh, everything related to the Massimo Spatial 76 tools. Our next topic is about how to save the tools configuration, the tools state. So now we can create a kind of custom dashboard. So we can keep a configuration for each user. So when you come back to the Massimo, all the configurations will be there for you. Okay, so now the toolbar has the capability of save the following attributes in database for each user. So the tools dialog size, so you are saving the width and height when available, because there are some tools that you cannot resize the dialog. The tools dialog position, you can open the dialog, you can open the tool, move the dialog to a certain position, and when you open again, it will open at the same place. If you left a tool open and click on the other tabs, for example, you are in the map tab, you open a tool, you don't close the tool and you click on the asset tab, you move to other tabs. When you come back to the Massimo or to the map tab, that tool will be opened by default. Uh, Also, for some tools, we have special configurations that you are saving as well. For example, layer tools. Layer tools, you are saving which layer is enabled or disabled, and which layer is selectable or not selectable. And also the current map scale checkbox. For identify tool, you are saving the tolerance. Okay. Results widget, we save the features added to the results widget. Also the current page size and the current page selected. And the query tool, we are saving the layer option. If the user selected the selectable layers, all layers are visible layers. Okay, and this configuration is deleted every time the map manager is saved. So if the administrator includes a new layer on the map manager or removes layers, this configuration is deleted. Okay. Okay, let me show you. Okay, I will open here base map tool. Okay, so we can move and we can resize. So for example, I can keep it this way here. When I click on the asset tab, okay, the position and the dimensions of the dialog is saved. So when I come back to the map tab, so the base map is opened by default at the same position you left before. Okay. So identify tool. Identify tool is not possible to resize. We can just move. I keep it here, and the tolerance by default 10. When I click on the asset tab and come back, identify tool is opened with the value 10. Okay. Query by attributes. For query by attributes, you are just saving the layers option. So I want to select the visible layers. Let me close. Go to Asset tab. When I come back, query by attribute is not open by default because I closed it before move to the Asset tab. But when I open, visible layer is selectable by default. Let me just select some values here. selection tool. Let me open selection tool. Select some values and add to results. Okay, so now results has 4 values here. Come back to the map tab. So results tool is opened with the 4 values already there. So we can save the values. Also, we can save the page size here, 10, 20, and also which page you are. Okay. So let me clean here. Let me try to add more features to the results widget. Okay, so we have 28. I'll click 20 per page, and I'd like to see page 2. Okay, so when I left the map tab and come back, okay, so we have 20 selected and page 2. Okay, for layer tools. Okay, for layer tools, you are saving which layer is added. So, for example, let me expand here. By default, I don't want to select census layer, so I click here, and I don't want to see water hydrant, but I will keep it selectable. Let me remove the parent. I will add the other layers except the hydrant. Okay, so I have all the tools except the hydrants. Okay. I uncheck the current map scale, left the map tab, and leave the map tab. When I come back, okay, so when I open the map tab, all the layers are added, and then the configuration for the layer tools is loaded, and all the layers that need to be removed are removed. Okay, so sensor is not selectable, water hydrant is not here anymore, and the current map scale is selected. Let me go to the map manager just to show you. So when I open the map manager and save everything here, asset tab, open the map, so identify tool, for example, is by default at that position, and by default the tolerance is 3. So I have lost all my configuration. Okay. Okay, so this is how can we save the configuration for each tool. Okay, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching, and feel free to contact me at any time. Thanks very much. Bye.